story of finding freedom. I was in my room studying when my dad burst through the door. He'd just gotten back from his second job, exhausted and angry about something that happened at work. But instead of dealing with it, he took it out on me. Why is the garage still a mess? I told you to clean it last week. I had cleaned it twice, actually, but there was no point arguing, so I went outside to tackle the garage again, even though it was already organized. My stepmom watched from the kitchen window, not saying anything. She never did. My dad followed me out, listing everything I was doing wrong. How I held the broom, where I put the tools, why I was taking so long. My brother was inside playing video games. He never had to do any chores. Different rules for different kids, I guess. The more I worked, the angrier my dad got. It was like he was looking for a reason to explode. Finally, he started yelling about my grades, my friends, my attitude problem. I tried to explain that I had a B average, but he cut me off. You think you're so smart? You think you know everything? He knocked over the box I just organized, tools scattering across the concrete. Do it again, properly this time. Something inside me just snapped. No, that one word hung in the air. My stepmom appeared at the door, eyes wide. My dad's face turned red. What did you say to me? I said no, I'm not doing this anymore. Nothing I do is ever good enough for you. He stepped closer, and I instinctively backed up. My stepmom grabbed his arm, whispering something I couldn't hear. He shook her off and pointed at the house. If you can't follow the rules under my roof, then maybe you shouldn't be under my roof at all. I stood there for a moment, my heart pounding. Then I nodded. Fine. I walked past them into the house. My brother looked up from his game, confused. I went to my room and pulled my old camping backpack from the closet. Clothes, phone charger, important documents I'd need. Birth certificate, social security card. I'd thought about this before, more times than I wanted to admit. I knew exactly what to grab. I texted my best friend, can you call your mum? I need help. My dad was in the living room, probably expecting me to come out and apologize like I always did, but not this time. I waited until I heard him go to the bathroom, then I quietly slipped out the side door. I made it 3 blocks before my legs started shaking. I sat on a bench near the grocery store, watching cars pass by. My phone buzzed. Dad calling, then again, then my stepmom. I turned off the sound. 20 minutes later, my friend's mom pulled up. She didn't ask many questions, just opened the passenger door and said, let's get you somewhere safe. That was 2 months ago. I've been staying with my aunt ever since. She's my mom's sister. My real mom passed away when I was 8, which is when dad married my stepmom. Living here is different, quiet. There's no one yelling about dishes in the sink or homework that isn't perfect. My dad sends messages through my aunt, sometimes, asking if I'm ready to come home and apologize. But I don't think he understands. I don't need to apologize for standing up for myself. Some days are harder than others. I miss my brother. I miss feeling like I have a normal family. But I don't miss walking on eggshells. I don't miss feeling like I'm never good enough. If you're reading this and you're in a situation where you don't feel safe, emotionally or physically, please know it's okay to ask for help. Talk to a teacher, a counselor, a friend's parent, or call a helpline. You deserve to feel safe in your own home. I took the leap, and even though it's scary and uncertain, I can finally breathe. You're stronger than you think, and you're not alone.